Hi and welcome to our kitchen. Today we're going to make a salsa from the flower of the hibiscus, also known as Jamaica. It's a salsa that is very popular in the southern states of Mexico. It's used in combination with chicken or beef dishes, especially tacos. We're going to make a small sample of it today to show you the process, and then we're going to enjoy it on our dinner tonight. So welcome to our kitchen. Let's make some salsa. So now let's take a look at the ingredients for our salsa. We start with the dried hibiscus flower, the Jamaica flower, which can be found in many Latin food stores in your area. Our next ingredient is the habanero pepper. Just remember, these are very spicy, so use with caution. Next is just a quarter of a regular onion. Next on the ingredient list is garlic. We will use 2 to 3 cloves for this recipe. And then for spices, we have chicken powder, ginger, salt and pepper to taste, and honey, because this is a very acidic salsa, so the honey will sweeten the flavor a little. So now we're going to prepare the hibiscus flowers by boiling them. We want to start by filling our saucepan with water and placing that on the stove. And then we will rinse the hibiscus flowers real quick just to take off any dust or stems that may have been in the package. And you can see as we rinse them that liquid is already starting to color up just from rinsing. As the water gets ready to boil, we add the flowers in. These will remain in the boiling water for about 10 minutes. The liquid that you get from that will reserve a portion of that to make the salsa for the liquefaction. And you can see it's a rolling boil. We'll turn the temperature down to let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. While that's boiling, we'll prepare the other ingredients for the salsa. The onions, we're just going to do a rough chop. And then the habanero pepper, chopping down into smaller pieces. We'll saute those with the hibiscus flowers once they've softened up. And as you can see, after about 10 minutes, these have reached a really nice consistency. They're very tender, very soft, and we're going to strain the liquid out. Now this liquid you can use in 2 ways. We're going to reserve a half a cup to mix into the salsa as we're sauteing the hibiscus flowers. But you can also use this juice for a great drink called agua de Jamaica. Add sugar and a little water to stretch it out. Next step in the process is sauteing the hibiscus flowers. So you can use whatever kind of oil you'd like. We use avocado oil. We'll start by doing a quick saute of the onions. This is just to caramelize them and soften them up a little bit, just a couple of minutes. And then we will continue to add in the pepper next. And we had chopped 2 of the habanero peppers, but after getting a smell of how spicy they were, we only used 1. These will just get a quick saute, again, just to soften them up. And then we'll add in the hibiscus flower that we have reconstituted and rehydrated. Before that, we're going to combine some of that liquid that we reserved off with 2 cloves of garlic, and just using a simple hand mixer, blending that together. And we'll use that in the saute just to liquefy and add some fluid to the mix. As you can see here, we've had the onions and peppers sauteing for a few minutes. We'll add in the hibiscus flower and allow that to saute in with the onion and pepper mixture. Now, one thing to note about this, the hibiscus flower, as you see we're sauteing and mixing it through. If you wanted to, you could eat this mixture specifically as tacos. You don't need to make this into a salsa. This could actually be its own meal by itself. It's a great vegetarian combination if you just wanted a hibiscus flower taco. Here we're adding in the reserved liquid with the garlic pureed in. Depending on how thick you like your salsa, you may want to add more liquid later. We like ours a little thicker, so we added in about a half a cup of the reserve liquid. And again, we'll continue to saute this until all the vegetables are nice and soft. And then we'll add in the rest of our ingredients. We start with the honey. I used about a tablespoon of honey. Again, that sweetness is just to counteract the acidity of the hibiscus flower. And then we add the rest of our ingredients. Here's the chicken powder and ginger. They were about a half a teaspoon each. There isn't really a set amount that you should add in. These are all to taste. So that's what I wanted to add. That's what I put in. Mix those in, get those flavors in with the hibiscus and the onion and the garlic. Added just a little bit more water because it was starting to thicken up and render down. And then the last addition is the salt and pepper to taste. We'll add that in right at the end. And then we'll be preparing to mix the salsa. And now that the salsa has cooked down, we will transfer it to a mason jar and prepare to mix it up with a small handheld mixer. It's a smaller batch, so we use the handheld instead of the food processor. And once it gets mixed up, you'll now have a nice, fresh salsa de Jamaica.
So this is our completed salsa made from dried hibiscus flowers. As you can see, it's a pretty thick salsa. So if you wanted a different consistency, if you want to loosen it up a little, you can just add some more concentrate when you're getting ready to mix it. We're going to try a little bit and see how it came out. Oh, that is really good. We only used one pepper, and it gave it just enough spice to be just the way I like it. It's got a nice strong flavor from the hibiscus flower, and I can't wait to try this on dinner tonight. So thanks again for stopping by, and we look forward to seeing you next time.